Now, the flag bearer, John Dramani Mahama, has also signed a book of condolence in memory of the late former President Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings. The government has set aside, as you know, 1 week for the mourning and remembrance of the demise, the man who died Thursday, November the 12th. Today's event is among many other arrangements to honor the former president. Several other state officials and dignitaries have signed the Book of Condolence, which has been displayed at the Accra International Conference Center.
Because this country needs reconciliation. Political so-called opponents are not enemies. And when we see people demonstrating and doing vandalism in the name of politics, it is sad. We should take a cue from him. The way he reconciled with our current president. That is something that all of us should learn to copy. Ghanaians are Ghanaians. Tribe is completely irrelevant. You see, he's an Eve. He's an Anglo man. He was married to an Asante princess. Isn't that something for all of us to learn to understand? That we are one nation, with one people, with one destiny. This is the legacy I think that Jerry John Rawlings has left for all of us. And so let's propagate it. You are from the media. Propagate it. Tell us that we don't have enemies in Ghana. Nobody is an enemy. We are all Ghanaians. You have one way of thinking. I have another way of thinking. It does not make me right and you wrong. Nor you right and me wrong. Some people say that all the fingers are not the same. But you can see that no single figure can do any work without the others. Each is supportive of the other. And this is what nation building is all about. So we need peace and tranquility. Let's bury him with the dignity that he deserves.
Thank you very much, sir. Speaking about the burial, we should take precedent. The state, the party.
He is a former president of Ghana. It is the state's responsibility. But the state, of course, would deal with the consultation with the family. But it is the state's responsibility. Sometimes I have to caution people to appreciate that when you are elected into a position, you become public property. You are no longer your own. You are no longer your own. It is public property. Yes. And I'm not speaking. Hold it. I'm not speaking for the Council of State.
No more question.
I'm speaking as a Ghanaian.
No more question. No more question.
My heart is still heavy, and my heart.
There's a camera.
And J.J Rawlings, and to the family of the late Jerry John Rawlings. I'm still recovering from a devastated grief, but I've come to eulogize him as Ghana's ever youngest president and Ghana's ever longest serving president. That is what history has for him as president of our republic. The youngest to be president of our republic and the highest to have ruled and governed our country. If our democracy flourishes as it promises to, every other head of state or president will have a maximum 8-year tenure. No more, no less. Jerry Rawlings ruled this country for 19 years, 8 years constitutionally, and some 11 years under military rule. But it is to his credit that he navigated Ghana from what writers have described as its political abyss in the words of Shillington and Ali Mazuri and Aye and Jima Bwedu, to modern-day constitutional democratic Ghana under multi-party constitutional democracy. So probably you are right in saying that he started off without respecting rights and freedoms as is akin to multi-party constitutional democratic era. But he ended a democratic leader, not manipulating the electoral system, not manipulating the constitution, and not manipulating the political system to his favor or the favor of his political party. History will remember and honor him as a remarkable public servant who sought the public good of our country, and his death must inspire young people, including me, not to aspire to political office because of the perks of office and the opportunity to want to enrich ourselves at the disadvantage of the state, and that our inspiration to public service must at all times be for the public good. That is what I remember him for. He laid a solid foundation for the political, social, and economic reforms of our country. At least he liberalized the economy, even though he was not an avowed believer in laissez-faire market economics and its politics. He liberalized our political landscape, respecting fundamental human rights and freedoms and liberties. And he liberated our social and economic space through infrastructure, whether it's rural electrification or fighting to end Guinea worm. History will remember him for making an unparalleled contribution to the development of Ghana.
2008 and made sure that he became president, obviously had a huge impact in my life. And today I get the level of recognition I get because of those single decisions that he made. So for me, I'm extremely grateful. I met him just a few weeks before he passed away, and he extended me that opportunity to meet him, and we had a very good discussion. So for me, I'm very sad, but I'm also grateful. He played a huge role in my life, and I can't deny that.
And then in terms of the message you penned down, what exactly did you say?
That's exactly what I just said. Exactly what I just said. Exactly what I just said. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. All right.
Will long be remembered by generations yet unborn. And for many of us, his handing over of power at the end of his second term in office to a constitutionally elected government also set a gold record for our democracy. Speaking as Minister for Trade and Industry, his role in helping Ghana to secure the bid to host the continental free trade area in our country would also forever be remembered. May the good Lord receive his soul in his bosom.
You have a personal listening with him. What do you remember of the former President Rawlings personally?
First, his charisma as a leader enabled him to mobilize people around his vision. And that is always very important in leadership. And also as a leader who was clear and confident about what he was looking for. It made it possible for him not to be pushed around by friends and foe alike.
You're a trade minister. You're a trade minister.